We're joined by a Hall of Famer. We welcome back to the show Rick Barry.
Of course, when the opportunity to talk to Rick Barry came around, I said yes, because he's the only person in my entire career, the only athlete who ever bought lunch from me.
It's Marv Fleming, former tight end of the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins.
Marv Fleming jumped right in this league and started going to NFL championship games. That's what it was called back then. See, Marv Fleming's so old, he predates Super Bowl.
When you got somebody in front of you like Jackie Slater, 20 years, one team. Folks, my wife says anytime you play 10 plus years in this league, let alone 20, and let alone one guy or one team, you know you're doing something.
There's got to be some loose screws going on there.
There's got to be something in there, and that is the voice of Jackie Slater.
But every once in a while, a name jumps right off the page. This is one of them. The only player in NFL history with 5 Super Bowls, a 2-time NFC Defensive Player of the Year, a 5-time Pro Bowler, 100.5 career sacks, and a member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Charles Haley is with me on the row.
Hey, this don't mean I like because I'm behind your ass, okay?
Tall guys, except for one here.
Yeah, the fat one.
Hi, I'm Rick Barry, a member of the Basketball Hall of Fame and one of the NBA's top 50 players. And if you're wondering why I'm here at Super Bowl 50 on Radio Row talking about the game of football, no, I'm here talking about the fact that basketball players break down just like football players do. And we have a lot of pain, as a lot of you have pain. But the great thing about it is that you don't have to suffer anymore, because replacement surgery is absolutely fantastic these days. And the Zimmer Biomet company is the leading provider for shoulders and hips and knees. And so check it out. If you have a problem, go and see your orthopedic doctor and tell him you want to get a Zimmer. You know, I have a bad knee and I have arthritis, and people are suffering, especially athletes getting beat up and broken down, and eventually you're living in pain. And so when you get to the point where you have to get that corrected, the surgery techniques they have today are amazing, but the technology that's gone into these apparatuses are unbelievable, and Zimmer stuff is incredible. And so I know when I get my knee done, I'm going to have a Zimmer, because they make for knees, they make it for shoulders, they make it for hips. And I checked with a lot of my orthopedic doctors that I know over the years and have met, and they use these things. In fact, a couple of places use them exclusively. So if you have pain and you have problems, you got to get an implant done, tell your doctor you want to get a Zimmer, because it's the best product in the market, and don't live in pain.
You know, you wake up in the morning and you've been going through those pains all those times, and you're taking pills and all that. Well, there's a cure for that. You know, that knee or that hip that you should have had replaced a long time ago, there's a place you go. Where you go? You go to a place called Zimmer Biomet. These people here will take care of you. They will make you feel like a new person. I have a friend in Los Angeles who had 2 knee operations, and he says, Marvin, I feel like a new person. 2 knee operations. And he was walking, I think, he walked the second day, I think, after a knee replacement. You hear me?
Wow.
I know. And so these people with the medical services they have today, you got to go. So remember, Zimmer Biomet.
ZimmerBionet.com. You can go on the internet, look up. It's the hip replacement, knee replacement, shoulder replacement. It's the top of the line equipment, and you don't have to live in pain anymore. So when you talk to your doctors, talk about using Zimmer Bionet. I'm gonna be using it in a couple years for my knees. And the great thing about it is they taught me that once you get your knee done now, the equipment will last a longer time.
As I watched them over the last few years, they've done a great job with alleviating a lot of pain that people are having to live in. I mean, Kevin can tell you, we see guys all the time that we play with, some that didn't even play, and just older people that we know, and they're living in pain, man. They got all these issues with their knees, their shoulders, all their joints and everything, hips, and they don't have to live that way. people don't have to. I'm bumping into people and talking to them all the time, and they say, hey, Jackie, I should have done this 15 years ago. And so Zimmer Biomet is doing a fantastic job, probably the ultimate company, the ultimate organization in joint replacement, and making life easier for a lot of people. And I'm excited about what they're doing.
That is Jackie Slater, NFL Hall of Famer.
Charles Haley, of course, good dad with his 5 rings, Hall of Famer, the one I know.
Marv, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Second break, we'll be back.